Formula One looks to the future, the sport has two clear symbiotic goals: electrification and sustainability. The series set a goal of reaching net zero emissions by 2030, meaning it will decrease the amount of carbon dioxide emitted per race as much as possible and then offset the rest. Starting in 2026, all F1 cars will run on sustainable fuel and feature engines approaching a 50-50 split between combustion and electric power, from a roughly 80-20 ratio currently. For a sport that has guzzled gas for 75 years and effectively exists to promote luxury automakers, it's a clear acknowledgement of the way the car market is changing. The UK, for instance, plans to eliminate the sale of internal combustion engine vehicles by 2030. In the US, a growing number of states are considering similar measures, including Washington, Hawaii, and California, one of the world's biggest car markets. While both Formula One and car manufacturers grapple with what a sustainable future looks like, auto racing has seen the rise of an all-electric circuit called Formula E. Known as the race that leaves no trace, and backed by a number of automakers, Formula E has attracted an audience of its own. When I discussed the future of Formula One with industry consultant Ricky Paw, I wanted to know if the two series could coexist, or if the electrification of F1 would undercut Formula E down the road.
I think there's always this question of, are they competitors? And the answer is no, right? First of all, more motorsport is better, for everyone. If you're a fan of motorsport, hey, there's another platform here for you to engage in. They have quietly been growing at like 23%, 24% a year in terms of their fandom. They're hitting something like 500 million TV viewers now, comparative to, 2 billion in Formula One. It's a global platform. You have big OEMs like, Jaguar and Porsche and Nissan and Stellantis all going head to head. You have world-class drivers, world-class locations. For me, we're really bullish on that. We think there's huge upside, and the valuations are, comparatively minuscule to Formula One. Formula E has signed a long-term exclusivity agreement with the FIA through 2048. So they've got open field there to run in terms of owning the electrification space. It's not helping right now in terms of some of the legislation and the administration perhaps that's in the US in terms of how electrification is being viewed, and that market overall is getting hit. But things are cyclical. They run in cycles, and Formula E will have a big day at some point.
The experimentation happening in motorsports right now has implications not just for the competition's race cars, but also for cars on city streets. For decades, Formula One teams' research has trickled down into aerodynamic and engineering innovations for consumer vehicles, such as paddle shifters, carbon fiber chassis, and active suspension. Technology developed in F1 has even been used in refrigerators, factories, airports, hospitals, and rapid transit systems. As Formula One overhauls its car's technical regulations for 2026, it will yield even more engineering challenges. Honda is making a full-scale return to the series as an engine supplier, and Audi is joining the grid after buying the Sauber team. Meanwhile, the series will gain an 11th team with the addition of Cadillac, with the car brand's parent, GM, also set to begin building F1 engines in 2029. The emphasis on technology goes beyond car engineering and into areas like data analytics and AI, which has helped F1 teams attract new sponsors in partnerships with brands eager to develop their B2B relationships.
Tech is an obvious place to be in Formula One because it's technically the most advanced sport in the world.
What brands are realizing is if I can find a way to authentically integrate my technology, it gives me a great storytelling platform. It gives me a branded experience to bring customers to the track, see my technology at work, have that team tell my customer or my prospect how that technology is helping them go faster on the track or be more efficient off track. It's helped me kind of engage my employees, attract new talent. It's really become this like fully integrated opportunity for business to business specific organizations.
F1's emphasis on technology ripples out to every layer of the sport, even at the most local level.
One of the things the resorts do, as well as the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority, is the data they have on customers that come to Vegas and the resorts specifically to their destinations. Each one of them have basically developed what they believe attracts their customers to the race that whole week.
We utilize all of these cutting-edge tools at our disposal to further understand our customer and get underneath what makes them tick and what makes them happy. Data analytics is a big part of that, and artificial intelligence will increasingly become so as well.
Even the drivers are getting in on the high-tech offerings.
Of course, Las Vegas was a brand new venue. They got to know this venue not because they came and drove it and drove it and drove it. They did simulations, and they sat down and they figured this race out. I was standing next to someone from Formula One during the first race, and the first corner was a corner, and I don't remember how fast you could go, but I want to say it was about 100 miles an hour. You're not going to make that turn. And the simulator had shown them that. You just cannot make that first turn coming out of the straightaway that is the finish line straightaway if you're going over that speed. And we had a wreck on that speed. And what they validated was that a couple of the drivers who spun out there actually were pushing the envelope just beyond what everyone knew was the speed limit it would take to make that turn. It was interesting how acquainted with the simulation the public was. I mean, they all knew. He tried to go over 107 miles an hour, whatever the speed, I don't remember what the speed was, but it was fascinating.
The evolution of Formula One is a compelling case study in digital entrepreneurship and market adaptation. Driven by twin mandates of electrification and sustainability, the sport is re-engineering its core business. Beyond the track, the real value is in the technological transfer. F1's cutting-edge R&D in aerodynamics, simulation, and data analytics has a profound B2B impact, attracting new tech-focused sponsors and creating opportunities across diverse industries. This focus on technology is transforming the series into a global entertainment and lifestyle platform, proving that the pursuit of innovation is the ultimate engine for future growth.